in this video today, we are going to become our higher selves, okay? We are going to prepare for the new year, prepare for 2021, put our minds in the right place, manifest our dream future, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do it in case you wanna do it as well. If it is the first week of January and you're watching this video, you still got time. We're gonna make this next year, and it doesn't have to be the next year. We're just gonna plan for our future and make it the best that we can, because we can do that. So got myself a little drink so that I'm not just lonely talking to myself. This is an iced chai latte with pumpkin cold cream on top. Delicious, so good. 2020 was a year that was bad in so many ways for a lot of people, obviously. Even for myself, there were so many bad things that happened in 2020. Being in isolation, being in quarantine, nobody wanted this. Everyone here on earth is going through the same exact things. And although this year has sucked in many ways, I think something that's important to looking on for the future year is to take into account all the good things that came from this year. For me, I can say 2020 was definitely a year of growth. I feel like I was a really different person last year. First of all, if you guys want to see what my year ago today memories look like, as you can tell, I was not thriving. I was not looking good. I was stressed, depressed, not well dressed. It was just my life wasn't in the right place. I couldn't drive. I didn't know what I was doing for school. I didn't really have a passion. Me and my boyfriend had a break. We're currently on our 2 years, but we had a break for like a week. It was so stupid. We don't need to go back on that. My point is, a year ago today, I was not in a good place mentally, physically. I was just not having it. And this year has brought me so many good things. A lot of times people can't tell when you've had personal growth, but I can say for myself, I am so much happier. I don't even remember the last time I cried, really. I used to cry every freaking day, and I was like, is this normal? But it wasn't normal, okay? It wasn't normal. And I think a big change between my year last year and this year is literally just mindset, how you're going into the new year, goal setting, doing all this stuff, and putting just yourself in the right mind space. In 2020, I started my YouTube channel, and when we went into quarantine in March, I really took it to my advantage, and I thought, I have the equipment, I have a camera, I have an editing software, I have no other excuse other than to post. And a lot of people ask me, isn't it kind of embarrassing? Isn't it kind of awkward? I'm so scared about what people think of me, blah, blah, blah. I was too. I am someone that really cares about what people think of me, even to this day. Even though I've gotten more confident, I am still someone that cares about what people think of me. But if it's something that you really want to do, you have to push that all aside and almost kind of give yourself the push. Starting my YouTube channel has actually changed my life. Even though I'm not someone with 1 million subscribers, even with what I have, my life is so different than it was a year ago today. I really got into it in March, and at that time I think I had 1,000 subscribers, or maybe a little bit more. Now looking forward, it is December 30th and I have almost 150,000 subscribers. Ways that this has changed my life: uploading consistently, so a video a week or 2 a week. So my mind's always kind of thinking about when I need to film, when I need to edit. In my free time, I just watch videos on how to edit certain stuff. I'm always researching videos on what's gonna be popular next, what I want to film next. I'm responding to comments. I'm trying to grow my Instagram, trying to grow my TikTok, all my social medias. I've started working with brands. I've learned a lot about marketing and how you need to do ads and how you need to negotiate with brands to get the amount of money that you deserve, and just in general making so much more money than I did before. I've made a lot of new friends, and so in all those cases I can say that my 2020 has gone pretty good. And in May I was supposed to go on a 5-week trip to Europe with my friends, and that was something that we've been planning since last year. When we had to cancel our trip because of COVID, I was so sad because I had saved my money up to go on this trip, and my trip was almost $5,000. Maybe that's not a lot to a lot of people. Before I was working a minimum wage job, it's kind of hard to make that much money. I didn't even have that much money. Pretty sure my parents were gonna pay half for me, and then I had to work to pay them back. When that opportunity got taken away from me because of COVID, I was so devastated. But even now I can look back and be so sad that I didn't get to go on that trip. But not going on that trip also made me a lot more motivated to start my YouTube channel here, and also completely changed my life. So where one thing could go bad, another thing can grow. The point of me telling this story is that if you are going through something right now, a loss, or you're just bummed out because COVID took life away from you, just take my life, or I guess this past year, as an example where something in my life was really shitty and I couldn't go on the trip that I was saving up for, and I completely changed it around, and now I could probably go to that tomorrow if I was allowed to. So it's I think 2021 is going to be a really good year. I think no one should really go into it thinking oh, COVID, think about this as such a good chance to just have a clean slate, start a new project, start a side hustle, literally find a new job, taking online classes, maybe focusing more on school. There's so many ways on how you can turn this year around and make it your best one, and seeing the glass half full rather than half empty because some things were taken taken away from you. My overall consensus was that although my life would be way different, maybe I could have been in Europe working there, maybe that could have happened, but my life right now is really good and I'm grateful for the way that things happened. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, COVID will be lessened by then. Maybe I can travel for a bit, I don't know. I watched Caroline Manning do a video on this where she talked about the things that she learned in 2021. Some other things that I can think of off the top of my head is to be unapologetically yourself. I kind of hate that sentence because it sounds so cheesy, but when I started my YouTube channel, I got a little bit of, not hate, but some girls that I know talking behind my back, and I could have been really offended by that. I feel like if I was in grade 12, I really would have taken that to heart. If there's people talking bad about you, it's because they've got nothing better to talk about and they're probably jealous. And a lot of people I feel like can get threatened by you doing really well, and they may talk about you because they're like, oh my god, like what is she doing? Like if you start your YouTube channel and you think people are going to talk about you, and guess what, your YouTube channel is doing well, I bet you those girls or guys, whoever is talking about you behind the scenes are probably like, you know what, I wish I could do it, but she's doing it and it's so embarrassing that she's doing it, but it's not embarrassing. You are living your own life, and why would they care about your life? Do you know what I mean? Like me starting my YouTube channel, if people were gonna be like talking behind my back, why would they care? Like it's not even their life. So in 2021, if you are wanting to start something and you're scared about what other people think about you, keep that in the back of your mind. Like it doesn't affect them. It doesn't matter if they're talking bad about you. And like if you see potential and like you see a future in what you're trying to do and you really like what you're doing, then do it. Do it. Because if I didn't start my YouTube channel, girl, I would still be regretting, because I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel since I was in like grade 6. If you need a little push and you're like, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know if I should, I'm your push, okay? You may be like, I don't even know this girl across the screen. She's talking to a generic group of people, but to you, I am telling you, if you want to start a YouTube channel, but this goes for anything, if you want to start a business, if you want to start a fashion account, if you want to start blogging, if you want to freaking try out to go on a new school soccer team, gymnastics team, cheer team, new school, do it. Who is stopping you? Nobody is stopping you except for yourself. And the other thing is, I feel like a lot of the times you make up assumptions in your own mind that people are gonna think bad about you, or what are people gonna say, but what if they don't say anything? They might not. Really, the only times that I've had people talk bad about me or something has been over the internet, not even to my face. So if you can get past the internet part, no one's gonna be saying anything to your face. I'm not gonna spoil my goals just yet because I'm gonna talk about my goals in a little bit. But one of my goals is that I wanna start reading more often. So we're gonna go to Chapters, which is a bookstore where I lived, and I'm gonna pick up a book because your girl needs to start reading. Please tell me I'm not the only one that like sucks at reading. Why are you breathing so heavy? Why are you talking so loud? I'm back from Chapters, and I'm gonna give you a little book haul. I got 2 books. First one is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. I think this will be interesting to read. And the second book that I bought is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. On the back it says, this guidebook introduces simple and life-changing concepts such as a simple way to make good first impressions, how to criticize other people and not be hated for it, an easy way to become a good conversational, how the freak do you say this word? Right here on the screen. Conversationalist. I really want to read the book called Atomic Habits. I highly suggest looking up that book if you've already read these as well. The next thing that we're going to do right now is we're going to make a vision board and write out some 2021 goals. This is a key aspect of preparing for 2021. Okay, so as you can see, I've made my chart. I put like little headings so that I can write my goal there, and then under that I'm going to write like sub goals. So my school goals are going to be to finish all my homework by the end of the week. All online courses at a desk. Because at the end of this last semester, I was doing my freaking courses like on my bed, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna say that, and I'm also gonna say wake up a half hour earlier than class, because I kid you not, I was waking up like 3 minutes before my class started. I also want to finish with a B or above in my classes, but it should be an A. YouTube is kind of hard for me to make goals because like I did not think that I was gonna get like 150,000 basically by the end of the year. What if I say I want to be at 200 and I surpass 200? What if I get to 300, you know? If I'm at 150 now, I want to double it at least. I'm gonna say 300K. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I want to have 50,000 followers on Instagram. I'm gonna change the title to social media actually. And then on TikTok, because that's the other one. I'm at 40K right now, but guys, I made 2 TikToks that blew up and they both so happened to have my body in it. And every person that followed me was freaking European man. So I currently have 40,000 followers on TikTok, but it's like all fake. They're all creepy men that like message me on Instagram being like, beautiful, let me marry you. It seems like I bought my followers because it's like, why do I have so many followers and not enough, you know, like views on my TikTok? But it's because I'm pretty sure all these men do not care about dance videos, style videos. They literally probably were following me for something else. So let's just say 100K on TikTok. I want to maybe have a manager. I feel like I've been contacted by a few like managing companies, but I like said no because I didn't really think I needed one. I also didn't want one. I don't really know how it works, but at this point I would be down with a manager. I'm gonna write down some sponsorship ideas. Everything I wanted to write for this. Probably print it out like later, but I'm not gonna do it right now. But I'm just gonna save it to my computer and then we're gonna start doing our mood board. That we have to do in this preparing for 2021 is of course manifesting and journaling. I have here the ones that I'm going to use this year, and I'm going to talk a little bit about manifesting and how to manifest your dream life, how I manifested a lot of the things that are happening in my life right now, and how I'm planning on using manifestation in this upcoming year. I know manifesting isn't for everyone, and I've seen a lot of comments of people that are religious that don't like to do it because it goes against it, but I honestly think that manifesting is basically just like goal setting, and you're just kind of writing out like what you want your life to be, and like you're just doing the steps on how to get there. So I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you've never done it before, you don't know much about it, so you're kind of like intimidated by it, because I feel like I was kind of because I didn't even know what it was. You can just give it a shot. I don't think there's exactly a correct way to do it. It's more of like you believe in it. This is the journal that I have, and I'm just gonna like flip through these pages here, and you can see that they've all got writing, and it's basically all manifesting. I manifested like so many different things, but I feel like the main thing that I've seen come true in my life is all the stuff surrounding YouTube. Basically what I do is called scripting, and you just write out how you want your life to be in the present tense. You can write about whatever you want. You can write however long you want. I normally do a few pages or just however much I feel like it at the time. For example, I'm not gonna say like the ones that I did, but I'll say if my manifestations were to get an apartment and to make 6 figures, I would write in my journal, today I woke up in my dream apartment. I look out the floor to ceiling windows and I've got the view of Manhattan on the side. I look over and I have my cat sitting beside me. I start my morning off with a coffee and I answer all the business emails I get. I get flooded with emails of companies wanting to work with me, and I check my bank account and I have 6 figures in there. I am worth the money that I make. I love my dream job, etc. So basically that's all I do. I'll even show you guys the dates, because in May I had around 3,000 subscribers. I'm gonna say or like 5,000 or something. I wrote this on April 1st. My subscribers are growing by the hour and I'm almost at 10K. I deserve all of it. Big brands are reaching out to me. My views are going up, my watch time, subscribers, comments, and likes. I wrote this one on June 2nd and I said, I'm so grateful for everything that YouTube has brought me. I have thousands of supporters. I just hit 25K. On August 30th, I said, I am so successful. I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I hit 100,000 subscribers on November 8th. I've been doing this for a while, and you can do it for literally anything. Of course, with all manifestations, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna come true. It comes true when you put the hard work towards it. What you put out into the world is gonna put out back to you. It's all about vibrations and the vibrations that you carry. If you have good vibrations and positive energy, you're probably gonna attract those positive people. But if you have like draining energy, you're probably gonna stay stick with draining people and like negative thoughts. Also with the whole scripting thing, I'm not sure exactly what the statistic is, but I think it's like people that write their goals down on paper have like a 42% higher chance of achieving them. So if you're writing your goals down like every single day and you're manifesting and writing it, you're starting to believe it, you're doing the actions to get you there, it's eventually gonna happen. The other thing that I think is really helpful is meditating and specifically doing visualizations. The thing that I really manifested was getting my driver's license. I actually took my driver's test last year in December and I failed. I wasn't ready to take it. This year I had my test in October and once again I was not ready. I did not take driving lessons. I just like practiced with my dad, and my dad was like, you know, you need to cancel this driver's test, you're gonna fail. And I was like, you know what, that's not happening. I manifested all night. I think it really helped me, and I think it's because it put me in the right like mentality. All those negative thoughts were gone right here. All of this, all of this, all of this. I think that's all. Now how I did this, but I wrote short sentences and I wrote them over and over and over again. And then all here I wrote basically like story, like the scripting thing, like step by step how it would happen. I wrote like I walk into the place, I give her my license, I see the instructor, we shake hands, I turn on my car, I am calm, I take a deep breath. While I was writing my manifestations, I was listening to this. I'll put it right here. It's supposed to be like higher vibration music and it like gets you like in tune with your manifestations. I don't really know. And then after that I did a guided manifestation visualization. I literally can't say that sentence. I searched that up on YouTube and it's basically like a guided meditation, but you close your eyes and it tells you like vision your goal, vision you attaining your goal. When I did that, it was like so clear in my head, and then the next day when I took the test, like everything happened like the way I visualized it. Even for my cheer competitions, my coaches would always make you visualize like entering the stage, what it feels like when all these people are staring at you, the crowd cheering for you, you walking out and seeing bright lights. And then when I actually went to compete and I saw all those same sensations, it felt like I had already done it just because I visualized it so many times. But at the end of the day, if you actually can't drive and then do all this and you're like, oh, why'd I fail? It's probably because you can't actually drive. It's more of like you got to do the practice, and then the rest of it is believing in yourself and knowing that you can do it. I forgot to mention this, but something that I always see in these manifestation videos is that when you're manifesting, it can't be because you are desperate for this thing or you need it so badly. It needs to be that you're already fulfilled with the things that you have, and this is just like added bonuses. So if it doesn't happen, you're not like devastated that it wouldn't happen. I hope you guys had a great New Year's. I'm sorry this is going up after New Year's. I really tried to do it before, but I was just so busy with everything that was going on. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.